Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each. Sorry there hasn't been a video in 2 weeks. I had really bad COVID and a chest infection, so I could literally not get out of bed. But now we're back for this week's Shrine secrets, which I am going to give a 4 out of 10. It's pretty miserable. We have perks from the Onryo, the Singularity, Vittorio, and Thalita. Those perks are Scourge Hook, Floods of Rage, Genetic Limits, Quick Gambit, and Cut Loose. Let's get into the survivor perks first. Our first survivor perk is Quick Gambit. When you are being chased by the killer, see the aura of other survivors. Any survivor repairing a generator gains a 5% repair speed bonus. This perk goes on cooldown for 40 seconds when you lose a health state. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give this perk an 8 out of 10 in terms of its strength. I actually think it's very good if you are someone who likes to be in chase a lot. 5% repair speed bonus is actually quite a lot. If you're a very confident survivor and you know that you can loop a killer for a long time, I would 100% pop this in your build. That being said, Vittorio unfortunately is not a licensed character, so this means that you should not pick this perk up. Instead, go and pick Vittorio up and get all 3 of his perks instead by leveling him up in the Blood Web. Our next survivor perk is Cut Loose. After performing a rushed vault in chase, this perk activates. While this perk is active, your rushed vaults are silent for up to 6 seconds, and successfully performing a rushed vault during that time resets the timer. This perk goes on a 45-second cooldown. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give this perk like a 4 out of 10. I think it's incredibly hard to actually consistently keep going. 6 seconds in a chase is not very long to get from one vault to another, and you can't change the type of vault that you do. It has to be a rushed one, which is the fastest one you can do. So that means you have to line it up and angle it absolutely perfectly. In general, I would say this is a high skill ceiling perk that is unnecessarily high skill ceiling. They need to extend the timer for this big time. That being said, Thalita is not a licensed character, so I would say it's much better to go and pick her up. You get all 3 of her perks by leveling her up in the Blood Web instead. Let's move on to the killer perks. Our first killer perk is Genetic Limits. Anytime a survivor loses a health state, they suffer from the exhausted status effect for 8 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give Genetic Limits a 7 out of 10. I actually think this is quite subtly strong. The only prerequisite that this perk needs is for you to get a health state off a survivor. That means that this perk is not exclusively to do with basic attacks, you can do it with anything at all. So for instance, if you played Nurse, you can blink, smack, and they lose their ability to use any kind of exhaustion perks. That is really strong. Whether it's strong or not, the Singularity is unfortunately not licensed, so I would recommend you go and buy the Singularity and get all 3 of his perks and a whole new player style of a killer, and instead get these perks through the Blood Web after you buy them. Our 4th and final perk is Scourge Hook, Floods of Rage. At the start of the trial, 4 random hooks are changed into Scourge Hooks. You see their auras in white. When a survivor is unhooked from a Scourge Hook, all other survivors' auras are revealed for 7 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give this perk a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's particularly strong, it's basically a hook version of Barbecue and Chili. The main difference is Barbecue and Chili can go on and on and on, but I suppose it does have an actual physical limit as to how far you can see someone, whereas Scourge Hook, Floods of Rage shows you someone everywhere on the map, no matter how close to you they are. You are limited to using this basically 4 times a game though, so I don't know how good that actually is. Whether you think it's strong or not, it is from the Onryo, and she is the only licensed character we have this week, so 100% this is worth picking up. So to recap this week, perks that we want to stay away from are Genetic Limits, Quick Gambit, and Cut Loose. The only perk that we want to buy is Scourge Hook, Floods of Rage. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll be back next week for the next shrine. Hopefully I won't ever be sick again, and I definitely plan on releasing much more content over the winter as my job slows down a lot. I'm a gardener, by the way, so my work just is basically non-existent in the winter, so I'll be uploading twice a week at least. Okay, see you guys then, bye!